I'm not going to give a full introduction because you will experience Corey and what Corey represents to our community as a member in a very meaningful way through the remaining minutes of our exercise. So with this, Corey, the group is yours.
Thank you, Rand. Language that we have written down here. This is one dimension of our intentions. There are two others that I'd like you to join me in exploring. So what I'm going to ask of you, first off, is that you commit to being silent, to not talking as we engage in this piece of our work together. The first step is, quietly, without speaking, I'm going to ask everyone to rise, facing the stage, with your card in your hand. Please take your card and hold it with both hands to your belly. As you do this, please consider the values and priorities that you live by. For any of you that have done values work, whether in the ILP or in some other kind of development, you know the anguish of articulating your values. I want you to grab all of that energy that you have experienced in articulating what you stand for. I want you to feel that right in your gut. Maybe it's visualized as a ball of energy that I want you to start pushing into that piece of paper that you're holding with your hands. And then let that paper rise up to your heart. And as you do this, please, if you have children, see the faces of your children. See the faces of your parents, of your grandparents, of whoever it is that is most important to you in the world. See those faces, and whatever emotion is coming up for you without any need to judge or change it, just grab hold of it and hold it in your heart, and then let it drift into this piece of paper with your intentions on it that you're holding to your chest. And hang on to it here, still in silence together. Take a nice deep breath into that piece of paper that you're holding. This intention, you are the creator of. You have now infused it with your language, but also with the energy of what you stand for and the emotion of the why behind why it matters to you. You are the creator of this intention, but you are not alone able to move it into the future over 250 years. You're going to need the support of your children, your children's children, of your neighbors and your community and their children, of your employees and your colleagues and their children. And so we're going to engage in another piece of this exercise, because how we deliver this intention we've created will determine how it's received in the future. So in a moment, and still in silence, because no language is necessary right now, in a moment, not yet, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to start moving around the room. When you move around the room, you're going to hold this still to your chest. The first person that you come to, that you feel you can trust with your intentions, and who is seemingly affording you the same trust in return, you're going to exchange your intentions with them as though passing them to the next generation. You are not going to read their intentions. You're simply going to accept them and pull them to your heart. No talking. Find the first person that you trust. Start making that exchange. Over the next minute, try to exchange 4 to 5 times. Go ahead in silence and begin. The first is the hardest. Take a leap, commit, and then again, don't read it, just hold it to your chest and move on. Consider adding a piece of your own energy to the intentions you're now carrying for someone else. The energy of your courage, the energy of your passion, the energy of your kindness or your humility. You get to decide. Continue exchanging with the next person. go ahead and find one more person with whom you'll make an exchange. And then once that is complete, please stand facing the stage in silence. Let's take a moment to acknowledge at this point, if you've made 4 or 5 exchanges, you are 80 to 100 years into the future from the originator of the intentions that you are now holding. So I ask you, without even knowing their name, who this belongs to, without even having read it, if you have a hope or a wish for this person or these intentions that you are now grasping to your chest, go ahead and bestow that into the piece of paper in your hands. Not quite our last, but one of our last pieces together is we are now going to move these all to the front of the room. So to do that, I'm going to need to enlist a little bit of support. Can I ask Curtis? Can I ask David to step forward a little bit, and Greg as well, if you don't mind? Are you guys willing to accept and receive the intentions of the community? Thank you. Thank you so much. If you don't mind raising your hands just in case people can't see you from the back of the room. Our goal here is literally within 30 seconds, we're going to move all of these forward towards the stage. Please, as you do so, remember that every one of these is a gift that the world desperately needs. So I ask that you do so with urgency, but also with care. Go ahead and please pass your pages to the front. You can pass them individually. You can ask the person in front of you to carry it forward so that you don't have to move throughout the whole room. And just keep moving them forward once you have passed yours. And if there's no one behind you who needs your assistance in moving your page forward, just stand facing the stage in silence. Thank you to everyone who has shepherded these intentions. I believe we have them all. Gentlemen, if you don't mind walking over towards me here. Thank you for the care with which I can see that you're all holding on to these. If you don't mind passing them to me. Thank you. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, David. Rand, would you join me on stage? Mr. Rand Stagen, I would like to present you with 250 years of intention from the 2019 Stagen Reunion Community. Thank you. Thank you, Rand. Remain where you are, and we're going to stick within our silence for just another moment. Please, everyone, join me in facing the long arc of time. Consider that what you wrote down on your page is an expression of your story. It tells about who you are and why you are here in this world. The intentions you carried for other people tell the story of someone else in this room, who they are, and why they are here in this world. And together, all of our intentions tell the story of this community, of why we are here together, and who we as a community are. This is a transformational story. These are all transformational stories. And transformational stories require 5 steps. We've just accomplished the first 2. The first one is creating the content itself, which was the language, the energy, and the emotion. The second piece was the delivery, which you all gracefully executed from your heart to your hands, to your heart to your hands, over and over again. The third piece is reflection. For this piece, we've brought 4 of our artists, Sunny, Sophia, Layla, and Emily, who are over there by the wall. For the next 24 hours, they who have been witnessing in the room the energy and emotion that just took place and the care and attention you all took with these intentions, they witnessed that, and their job now is to take not only your language, but everything that they felt in the room and to artfully express it on the long arc of time as a reflection to our community of our story so that we may see ourselves anew. Tomorrow in the morning, the fourth step will begin, which is reception. I encourage you, as you enter the room tomorrow, to check out the wall and see how the art is manifesting, and then come back throughout the day as it's expanding and receive whatever it has to offer you. Lastly, before tomorrow, at the end and close of the reunion, we will reveal the fifth step in your transformational story. Thank you, everyone, so much for honoring me with your time, your attention, and mostly your silence. You may return to your tables. Thank you.